My name is Sean Nguyen. I'm the co-owner, co-founder of Pinch Boil House. We're a restaurant that specializes in Southeast Asian seafood, street food, and snacks. Yeah, so I've been a part of the Geekdom community for about 5 years now. I came in 2015, worked as a membership manager for a while before staying in the community and ultimately starting Pinch. So when I first moved here, I had never been to San Antonio. I grew up in Houston. I was born in Dallas. I went to school in Austin. So San Antonio was essentially the last frontier for me as a Texan. And so I was a complete stranger. The only place I knew where I had the option of maybe meeting someone or having friends was through Geekdom. It's a genuine thing. I still hang out with these people today. These are my homies. These are the people that I legitimately call friends. When I say these things about Geekdom, it's not that I don't want it to come off as disingenuous. Like, it really comes from a place where it helped me feel more comfortable in the city. My favorite part of being at Geekdom is by far, and I think anyone will say this, is the community. I mean, it's truly a unique situation where you have, in the center of downtown, in the center of a large city, you've got essentially this ecosystem of people who are willing to help each other, push each other forward, make connections. I think that has been by far the most valuable thing for us, not just as business owners, but as people of the community, as for friends and so on. It's been unbelievable. I mean, obviously we're a restaurant, but the most important thing is, we're trying to push a culture first. It just so happens that the vehicle's food. And, for us as Asian Americans growing up, we always felt like we weren't able to tell the story that we wanted to tell. Maybe because of societal reasons, systemic reasons, whatever it is. And so we wanted to be able to use food as a platform to tell our story and to get people educated about, hey, this is what being an Asian American is like. And this is what being Asian American is like when it comes to people and what they're eating, how they're acting. I mean, all in all, we want people to say, wow, I didn't realize being Asian was so cool. When we started Pinch, it was a way for us to proliferate that culture and to kind of let people know, like, hey, we're here and this is what we stand for. Andrew and I bootstrapped Pinch, so we had limited funds, so to speak, when we started. Restaurants are incredibly capital intensive up front, and we were so-called balling on a budget. So we had to get creative on ways to raise capital because we didn't necessarily want to take a loan out. We were able to bootstrap the majority of it. And we didn't necessarily want investors either because we didn't feel like at that time it made sense. A couple of things about Geekdom I found quite helpful were obviously the community fund. I think that is really something that is extremely rare for something like that to be offered to community members. A facility like Geekdom that's able to facilitate such a enormous kind of access to capital has been a huge game changer for us. And I think one of the biggest things about the community fund is that it enables people to not only get their ideas off the floor, but if you already have an idea, kind of realize that idea a little bit more and it reaches potential. That's something that really helped us. I think another thing about programming that's great are things like 3-Day Startup. Really being a part of the community is one thing, but being able to realize those actions to actually, do things from scratch, start things from scratch is extremely valuable. And to have Geekdom facilitate that is a really, really cool thing as well. Some person way wiser than myself told me this years ago when I had first entered into the startup community. They said in any situation, whether you're starting something, whether you're joining something, the best thing to do is to be authentic. If you're starting a company, for example, the easiest way to get over competition is authenticity. If you're not yourself, if you're not in it for the right reasons, whether it's starting something or meeting people, then you're starting off with a bad beginning. And bad beginnings typically beget bad endings. For us, everything we do, whether it's our voice, the way we sell things, the way we are, the way we act, we try to be as authentic as possible. So if you're looking to start a company or be a part of a community or really just feel like, you're a part of something bigger, I would urge everyone to go to Geekdom. Whether it's checking them out, geekdom.com, or showing up in person for a tour, or just hearing what it's all about. You can check us out at any of our social media channels. It's always going to be at Pinch Boil House. Or if you're visiting downtown, to obviously check out Geekdom in the Rand building, which I, urge everyone to do. We're right there on the first floor, right around the corner, so you can also come in physically and say what's up. Most importantly, if you're ever in the area, pop in, say hello, and don't be a stranger.